Hey everyone, welcome back to the video. Today I'm going to be doing my VCT Americas Stage 2 playoff pick'ems. Going to go through the whole bracket today, give my picks of who I think is going to make it deep in the bracket, make it to champs, whatever. We'll talk about the champs qualification stuff at the end, I think, and just like double check like what everything would be. But I'll probably spend more time on these opening games, and then as we get later in the bracket, since it's more unpredictable stuff, I'll just kind of slowly, or I'll try to go a little bit faster through each game, even if it's like a relatively close game that I think could go either way. So if you guys enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really help me out. This is my last playoff pick'ems video. This is my last like regional based video for the season. We just have the champs videos left and some rebuild videos, I guess. If you consider the rebuild videos regional focus, then I guess those still have to go. But yeah, I'm really excited for the rebuild content, the all the champs content as well. I really like making videos for champs even more than I do the masters events. It's very, very fun. But yeah, go stay tuned for those as well. I'll also be posting a poll soon for both my EMEA and America's rebuild. So like who you guys want me to rebuild. I might wait on the Americas one until after playoffs to see if MIBR ends up making it to champs because they're a team that I do really want to do for it. I might even just say, hey, if MIBR doesn't make it to champs, then I'm just gonna do it. But yeah, stay tuned for that stuff. Those will be coming out soon. I'll be posting polls on my Discord. Links are in the description. My Twitter link is in the description as well, and on this YouTube channel in the community tab. So go check those out. I also have posted my last player rankings of the season on my Twitter and my Discord. So you can check those out if you're interested. And then I also do stream on here and on my Twitch. I'll be doing some Pacific VOD reviews soon and all that kind of stuff with like catching up on the bods and maybe some EMEA ones as well. I should be able to watch most of the Americas games live overall. But yeah, let's get right into it. All right, so we'll get started here with this first game, Lev versus C9. I think most people will pick Lev in this game, and I'm going to do the same thing. I just think the map pool advantage is too big for Lev in this game. I don't really like any maps too much for C9. Like I think like Bind, I think C9 would win on, but they have really not been picking that at all. C9 do seem like a team that might be able to bring out like a new map, I think they've been banning Corrode a little bit. They haven't played Icebox or Sunset either. I think they could be really good at one of those maps as well and maybe bring it out for playoffs, make it look a little bit more new. But yeah, I think they could win on Bind, maybe an Ascent in this series. I think Lotus would be close, but I honestly favor Lev on both Ascent and Lotus. So unless C9 kind of goes against what they've been doing and picks Bind, and even if then, like Lev still has chances on that map, I do think Cloud9 should be losing the series and continuing to head into that choker narrative kind of thing. Then I have G2 over 100 Thieves, pretty simple there. I don't really think I even needed to go in the map pool for that. I no, I didn't even look at it at all. But like, yeah, 100 Thieves banned Icebox mostly, which is what G2 have mostly been banning as well. G2 will ban Bind against 100 Thieves. I just think the map pool is just going to be too good for G2 in this game as well as they're just being overall the better team. Then we'll go to the lower bracket because I think 100 Thieves over EG is pretty simple. I didn't even look at the map pool for that one either. 100 Thieves ban Icebox, which EG haven't played. EG ban Sunset, which has been okay at times for 100 Thieves, but also really bad at times for 100 Thieves. So I think that's relatively okay for 100 Thieves, and then like the rest of the maps, I think they're just better on overall. Then C9 Crew. This one was pretty close. I do think the map pool overall for C9 actually is better. Um, if you're just looking at that, but I just believe in Crew in this matchup. It is like some of the maps are close for Crew that I think would get in there. So I think they could probably win some of those, especially like Crew in playoffs generally perform a little bit more. So I'll have them winning this game over C9, but that is kind of like a 50-50. Then we'll go through some of these games. This Sen Lev game, I think, will go to 3 and end on something like Haven, maybe, and it'll be really close, but I think Sentinels will bring it out. Just having that a little bit more playoff experience on their team, with players like Sato not really having that like top tier playoff performance like yet in his career. Same thing with Oki. Like I think you could potentially see some slight drop offs from some of those players. Then I have G2 over NRG. NRG is just like NRG is a really weird team. They are so good at their defensive side. Like they are genuinely one of the best teams in the world on defense, but their attack macro is really bad. And I think G2 can and will abuse both of those things. Especially if Leaf is back. By the way, I'm going to do these pick'ems under the assumption that Leaf will be back for all of playoffs. I think there's a chance he's probably not back for this 100 Thieves game, probably the Energy game. It's possible that he's not there, but I think regardless, I think G2 wins these two games, and then I think they'll beat Sen in the uppers. Even I assuming Leaf is there. That's what I'll say. Assuming Leaf is there, I think they should beat Sen in the uppers. But if Baby Bay's there, it's more of like a close game that I think could go either way. But I do favor them like 60-40 against Sentinels if they have Leaf, even if Leaf isn't fully 100%. Then I have Energy over Crew. That's another close one. Like it had been close in the past, like this past week, but I just think Energy should be able to get it through or get it done again. I do like picking teams in a rematch where like they lost the game before. Now they're coming into it again. Maybe they'll be able to win this time. In this game, I think Energy is just the better team though than Crew. Especially with Crew's like general like not great macro on the attack side as well. I think Energy should be able to abuse that and win most of their defensive sides on most maps. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pick Lev over 100 Thieves. I also think that they're the better team there and should be able to win the rematch, even though 100 Thieves did lose the first time. I just think 100 Thieves map pool is just really bad. And if teams are willing to ban bind against them, which I believe Lev did, let me double check that. Lev, 100 Thieves. Yeah, Lev was willing to ban bind against them, and I think they should overall have the better map pool. I don't think Haven goes 100 Thieves way again if this team or if this game happens again. So I would favor Lev on that map as well. Then NRG Lev. I'm going to pick Lev, which I believe eliminates MIBR from champs contention. I think. I'll have to double check that at the end here. Let me pull it up real quick while I'm doing the rest of these. But then I'm going to pick Sentinels and then G2 in the final. Just do the basic boring stuff. Just kind of pick that's kind of what I did. I just kind of picked the best team in every matchup except for the Crew Cloud9 one because Cloud9 don't win in playoffs, and that's just how that works. So, okay, that is interesting. So, this actually might have MIBR making playoffs. So G2 or making champs. So G2 Sentinels make champs. Obviously, they've already gone. That's all done. Then MIBR is at 9 points. Lev is at 4. Lev got how many points did they get from this? They got 4 points for getting third, so they're at 8 and they're fourth in champs points now. But shouldn't that send them since they're at 8? Why would that not be the case? Since Sen and G2 are in the final. And then NRG, oh, okay. I see, because no, like any other team there would get 3. And NRG got 3, and they're also at, they're at 9. Okay, so it would be, the champs teams would be G2, Sentinels, MIBR, and NRG. In this case, if this is what actually happens. So, I would prefer Lev to make it. Like, I think you could see a Lev rematch here. Actually, let me do the map bans for a BO5 with Sen and Lev, because I think that could actually be interesting. So Sen is the higher seed, so Lev would ban first. Lev ban Corrode, as they've been doing. Sen ban Ascent, as they've been doing. Then I believe Lev would pick Sunset or Haven. Then would pick Lotus. Lev would pick the other one of Haven or Sunset, so Haven. Sen would pick, it would be between Bind and Icebox. Sen pick Icebox. Honestly, Lev has the map pool, like a slight map pool advantage, because I favor them on Sunset and Haven. I think Sen wins Lotus pretty easily. Sen wins Icebox pretty easily. And then I think I slightly favor Lev on Bind, so I'm going to do that and have Lev making champs instead. Glad I actually checked that because I actually do believe that Lev would win this game just because of the map pool. Like I think Sen is really good on a couple of maps and then like okay on the rest of them. But Bind I think could potentially be bad because that was bad in the past for them. It just depends on what we see from them though. Also, if you're curious why these pick'ems are blank down here, I accidentally submitted the pick'ems that I made on my main account. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think of these pick'ems in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.